Hi, Sagittarius. This is Genevieve with Belladonna Moonbeams. How are y'all doing? I'm doing great. I'm a little bit tired, but after the weekend, somehow the weekend is tiresome for me. Um, Maybe I try to stick too much in there. Um, so, what I'm seeing for y'all this week is the first card I get is the Chariot. Oh, by the way, this is for August 10th through August 16th, 2020. And the Chariot is a card about your having being very strong-willed and just doing things by your will, being very successful, but it's all by your will. Because if you notice, he's holding a wand, but he's not holding the reins, but he's driving this chariot by this, not by brute force. It's a strength of will. These sphinxes who are kind of facing away from each other a little bit, he's still controlling them by his will. And he's got these stars above him. It's actually a very spiritual card too. And it's saying that he has a lot of strong will and he's going to succeed just by that. The next card we get is a Hierophant. And the Hierophant, it tends to be religious or spiritual. And he's a man who's in charge, but he's very caring and charismatic. So I think this goes with the Chariot in that you have a lot of strong will and you're very charismatic and but it's time to get into your spiritualness. You've been losing sight of that. And then we get the Wheel of Fortune, and this says you're all lucky, that you're going to be lucky and you're going to have things work out for you, but you need to get spiritually centered. If you don't get spiritually centered, I don't think you're going to have the will to continue the fight. And life is a fight. I mean, there's times that it doesn't seem like it, but it is. Just some of the day to day stuff is a fight. And you're going to need to have that spiritual centering so that you can continue to have that sheer will. And because without that spiritual centering, without that spiritual growth, you're going to stagnate. Also, in the Oracle cards, it says spiritual protection. This card says that your spirit guides and your angels are watching over you, and they are there to take care of you. But you have to ask them once again. If you don't ask them, they're not just going to rush in and force you to let them do their work, but they are watching out for you. And then this card is a spiritual or religious community. So you need to find other people that are like-minded like you are, that believe the way you do, so that you don't feel like an island by yourself. You need that sense of community, that sense of love, that sense of companionship. You need to have that in your life because none of us like to be alone. Or to feel all alone. And even though you've been driving this chariot and you're doing it on sheer will, there comes a point that you don't want to be doing it by sheer will. You want to be doing it as a partnership, as a family, and I'm not talking about literally a family or literally a partnership, just having someone there with you to walk along the path. So let's see what I see in here. Oh, I'm using the pink one today. I see a ring. And what that brings to mind is a song that I learned back in Girl Scouts like 1,000 million years ago. It's a ring when it's rolling, it has no end. And that's the way spiritual truths are. They have no beginning and then no end. They go on forever. Truth is truth. God is God. The goddess is the goddess. Heaven's heaven. Earth is earth. Those things don't change. They're immutable. It was the riddle song. I gave my love a cherry that has no stone. I gave my love a chicken that has no bone. I gave my love a ring that has no end. I gave my love a cherry, no, a baby with no crying. So anyway, and it had a riddle, and all of those things are actually things that can, you know, be. Right, some, PM me and I'll tell you all about the rest of the song. But that's what it made me think of. And I see a bird flying to the left. And that just is literally telling you someone from your past is going to pop up this week. You may run into someone at the mall, or somebody may call or something, but somebody from the past is going to pop up. And I see a sunflower. A sunflower is all about life and growth and strength. And those are things that you need this week. You just to find, and you've been having that strength. And it's about long life. There's just a lot of great things. They're cheery, they're nurturing. And I see a chair. Take a chance and sit down and relax and take time to spiritually center. That's what this week is for you, Sag, is for you to spiritually center yourself and to find like-minded spiritually people, because you've been going along way too long by yourself. And I mean, sometimes we don't realize how alone we are. Sometimes we can be alone in a room full of people. Robin Williams said that true loneliness is being alone in a room full of people. And I think we all have moments like that. I think during COVID, it's even been harder than normal because we feel so isolated. So reach out, find someone to talk to, spiritually center. Namaste, y'all. If you want to do a private reading, send me a text 405-512-9400 or send me a PM on Facebook at Belladonna Moonbeams. And if not, I'll see you next week. Have a good one.